And as always, we're going to be looking for accurate context, good risk management, and always exercising good patience.
Everybody who's traded has gone through periods of time where their strategy hasn't worked.
Where if not a hard stop, you should reevaluate the trades you're in based on time.
That's what we're here for, is to put ourselves in the best success. A trading routine does that, builds that habit, lets you know what to work on, what to reflect on, and what to improve on the next day.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Coach's Playbook. The date is Tuesday, August 23rd, 2022. I'm JD, filling in again this week, and we're here with some of the usual suspects. Mr. Hoagland, Coach Hoag, Dan Hodgman, Mick Aronimo. Hope everyone is doing well today. So today's topic kind of falls under the umbrella of accountability. We're going to be talking a little bit about the benefits of having a trading buddy. But first, before we dive in, Mick, do you have a funded trader shout out for us?
I do. Thanks, JD. Shout out to Adam LaRue, up about 7,200 on the day today.
Excellent. And I've heard this trader has a bit of a track record coming into today. Nice little winning streak going, a couple days.
Yeah, last few days have been very lucrative for Adam.
Excellent.
Or Aaron, excuse me.
Excellent. Hope you're watching, Aaron. Congratulations. Good job, buddy. Keep it up.
Sorry for botching the name there.
We'll get it right in the article.
I think so.
So a trading buddy. From a personal standpoint, I wouldn't actually call it a trading buddy. I traded with a group, and I was in an office with 4 other people. So it was bouncing ideas off of one another was one of the best ways to start off the morning, in my opinion. So I figured we each have kind of different experiences with this. So Dan, why don't we start with you? Having a trading buddy, what do you see as the best benefit of it?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sending it over, JD. I think, really for me, what it comes down to is I think there's 2 different things. There are 2 different topics that we got to kind of cover in this. There's the trading buddy and there's an accountability partner. I think a lot of traders out there, kind of in their own little environment, all of us, we're sitting in our own little spaces. And sometimes it's hard to find someone that understands trading. So what I've always said, before you find a trading buddy, find someone just in your life that you can create an accountability for you. If you have someone that you've defined your plan and you say to him, here are the 6 rules that I'm going to follow each and every day. And at the end of each and every day, I'm going to touch base with you and let you know I followed all my rules. I have found it's really beneficial to have someone that doesn't understand trading to be your accountability partner, because as we all sit here, we've all fallen into the emotional traps, well, I moved through my daily loss limit, or, I, instead of taking 3 losers, I ran to 5 losers, or instead of trading 3 contracts, I was trading 6 contracts. We've kind of all fallen into that at some point in our trading, and we know how easy it is. And when you have an accountability partner that understands trading, they're usually a little bit more understanding of the violation of that rule. Now, take it, you have a spouse and you go to your spouse and say, well, I'm not going to trade more than 3 contracts in a given day, and I'm never going to lose more than $1,500 in any given day I trade. You go to your spouse and you say, well, I trade 6 contracts and that's $3,000 today. They're going to hold you a lot more accountable and keep you a little bit more humble and check that humility level heck of a lot better than maybe some traders might. So that's what I think is so phenomenal about an accountability partner. Now, if we're talking trading, we can flip switches, right? Then that's someone like JD mentioned, someone you're bouncing ideas off. You're taking a look at the market. You can actually talk like market technicals, what's going on. Maybe you didn't catch the divergence in the volume at one point, or the open interest change, and now it's going to change the market direction. You have someone to bounce those ideas off of. And initially, that when first came to this whole home trading, that was a really difficult thing to do. Phenomenally, there's a lot of opportunity out there now. I think Top Step has some great places. I'm going to do a plug here. Check out our Facebook group, but really check out our Discord community. You're going to find a lot of trading partners in there. Find someone that you've noticed that's talking similar to stuff that you're talking about or looking at things similar to you, and reach out to that person and see if there's an opportunity to create some one-on-one time, even if it's just a 10-minute phone call in the morning. Hey, here's what I'm thinking about today. What are you thinking? And what are you seeing?
That's excellent advice, Dan. Thanks. Don't get discouraged either if you don't connect with somebody right away on the first try. It might take you a couple times to, you might be talking to a dozen people or so before you actually find a click with somebody that you're, feeling both of you are benefiting from the relationship from. Mick, what's your opinion on trading buddies or your experience?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, JD. So I like everything that Danny had to say. What I'll first say is, there's a lot of smart people out there. Those are the people you want to find. There's a lot of people that, you probably don't want to link up and, be buddies with. So I think you have to be very selective in finding someone that's, smart enough and professional enough to actually share ideas with. A term that I've heard floating around in, groups I've been with before is, you could get infected by somebody and they could kind of poison you with, bad ideas or bad stances. There have certainly been people that, I really want to hear everything that they have to say. There's also people that I don't want to hear anything that they have to say. So I think it's pretty easy to figure out who those people are. Even the people that might be smarter than you with doing this, they even might not be a great fit for you. You need to find someone or people that are kind of like-minded. I like the idea of like surrounding yourself with, a couple people that might think a little bit differently than you. Anytime you're looking to do something in the markets, it's always good to see a few stars align when it comes to making a decision and assuming risk. So be very selective with who you're working with. But I think there's nothing better than being able to, share ideas and observations before the market starts, while the market's, open. And then even afterwards to kind of, go back and do a retrospect on the session. There are people that have been doing it longer than you. There's always going to be someone who's been doing it longer than you. And definitely try and work with those people. In my experience, I think, when I started out, I was looking at, at the market under a microscope on a short time frame. I think that's extremely struggling. We talk about how scalping is very difficult. I started to kind of latch on to and ask questions and get curious about the people that were doing things on a higher time frame. That was something that I saw value in because it was I was having a hard time finding success on the short time frame. So it's like, okay, this isn't working for me. Talk to people about what's working for them. See what they can do. I mean, one thing to remember is, the smartest people out there, and even the most successful people, they're still going to be wrong sometimes too. So consistent approach and, always framing out what you're doing is something really important. So I could go on and on, but I think I've spoken like the most important piece is be very selective with these people. You might go into a chat room that's busy, but you might not find anybody that's, worth their salt of what they're saying. So keep that in mind. Be careful.
Awesome. Yeah. There's really no substitute for experience when it comes to trading. So yeah, seeking out those people who have been around for a while, they've been doing it for a long time. They have probably been in a similar situation as you are right now, and they might have the right answers for you, just what you're looking for kind of thing. Hogue, do you notice, you deal in group coaching and all kinds of mentorship. Is there someone that you go to for help, or do you really enjoy kind of helping others out?
Well, I think it's both really. I'm looking forward to continuing to learn, continuing on my journey through trading. I don't think anybody knows everything, and I know I certainly don't. There's always things that I'm missing. Just in Make Hogue Money today, we had Anne Marie point out some pretty strong delta that we were seeing, and I missed that at the time. Now I've got a kind of a texting trading buddy with my brother. He's trading, and so we're kind of texting back and forth throughout the day. Sometimes it's about the market. He looks at the market a little bit differently than I do, and sometimes he'll point something out that maybe I'm missing I'll point something out that maybe he's missing. Usually it's a little bit of a competition and some ribbing going on. And I like that because trading can be a very lonely business. So finding the right person to partner with as a trading partner is, of course, going to be very important, because this is somebody you're going to have to trust. You're probably going to be spending some time with them at some point, if not all day long, and you're going to get to know them very well, and they're going to get to know you very well. This is somebody that you're going to have to trust, and that you're going to have to eventually call a true friend if you're going to be calling them a trading buddy. Because they're going to be looking out for you, you're going to be looking out for them, and you're going to probably be telling them some things that you don't talk about at parties, and they're probably going to be doing the same thing. So it's having the right person is, of course, important. I'm lucky. I got a brother who's trading and has been trading for a long time. But when it comes down to the actual decision making, whatever your trading partner is talking about, if it lines up with the things that you're looking at, you have to remember that you're responsible for everything that you do. You can't, one of the best ways to ruin a trading buddy relationship is to blame them for anything that you do. We don't want to get involved in that. So, I think it's important to have a trading buddy, or at least somebody that you can spend a little bit of time with on a daily basis, just to kind of get your head wrapped around some context ideas, some hypothesis ideas, whatever tool you're using, and some camaraderie is always good. That's something that's missing in the business now, that was all over the place when we were all on the trading floor. And some of those people on the trading floor might have been acting like your friends, but not doing what's in your best interest. You got to be careful of that, of course. But most important is, are they pointing things out that you're missing? Are you pointing out things that they're missing? Are you encouraged by the way they respond to you, and are you encouraging your partner in the way you respond to them? It's a partnership, and there's going to be wins, there's going to be losses. There can't be any animosity or blame. A little competition isn't a bad thing. You can have a little fun, you can rib each other a little bit. My brother and I were doing that today on Make Hogue Money. So I think it's if you are somebody who needs contact with people, of course, and I think we all are to some degree, it's a beautiful thing to find somebody that you can connect with in this regard. And it can't just be only about trading. It's got to be about everything about trading, and everything about trading is everything about you and about your partner. Just some thoughts.
Yeah, that's excellent, Hogue. Thank you for that. I hope everybody paid close attention to what Hogue just said. That was spot on, top notch. And like you said, if you have 5 people staring at the same chart, you're going to have 5 different opinions on what that chart's saying. You might all come to the same conclusion eventually, but you're going to have a different process for getting there. And it's always nice to know how everybody else is approaching the market too, or at least somebody that, you could trust. Just like Hogue said, you're putting your livelihood in somebody else's hands. You should have some level of trust there. Go ahead, Dan. I saw you raise your hand.
Yeah, I was just going to say something, JD, as you were mentioning that, 5 guys looking at the same thing, you're going to have 5 different opinions on it. I had a trading buddy that I was trading with, and we were on the phone all day. We were talking what the markets were doing. We were making our trades together. And the wildest thing was we both saw an opportunity at a specific location in the market. One of us went short, one of us went long, but because we had different plans on how to play that trade out, we both were profitable. So I think that's really important to note too, right? Like, even if you're working with this person in and out of every day, just because they're going to make a trade different than what you're going to make, and maybe you're seeing the same levels, but you're seeing different plays about to, happen. That's totally okay to do different than them. You don't always want someone that's going to trade the exact same way you do, because if you do, there's a likelihood that you're both going to struggle at the same time when you need to be able to lift each other up, or kind of, hey, you know what, I've been looking at something different. I know you and I have a little bit different style. This is what I've been seeing. It's working well for me. And then that's going to kind of open you up. And then you're going to be able to continue to learn and develop and grow as a trader. But I think it's really important. Just make sure, just because they're doing something different than you. And I think once you get to that point with the trading buddy and you have that trust and that comfort with them, you're pretty open and saying, all right, I just bought 3, you know, I'm long here, going to try and then you're going to talk about your trade. I'm going to load in as the market comes against, whatever. I'm going to adjust. I'm looking for the market to get to here. And here's how I'm looking for it to get there. You'll be open with that stuff and you'll start to learn about each other. And it's totally okay to do the opposite of them. So I just wanted to point that out. I found that was one of the more interesting experiences I've had with the trading buddy.
Yeah, I mean, Hogue said it. Context. Danny explained examples of it. You could be doing the opposite thing and both be profitable. The context is extremely important, because once, you know, and this goes back to filtering out who you're listening to and not. You might have someone that says, you know, I'm going long here, or I like going long here. And then what? Like, where's your stop? What are you thinking it's going to do? Where are you getting out if you're right? Where are you getting out if you're wrong? You know, you have to always question someone. No matter how smart you may think they are or how smart they actually are, have them put some context around it, frame it out. Why do you want to do this there? Tell me why, show me why. Let me, you know, agree or disagree with you, and make my own decisions. Ultimately, we have to make our own decisions. You might, you know, not agree with somebody and it works out for them and doesn't work out for you, you know, but that's going to happen. Context always.
Thanks, Mick. With that, I guess we could close it out. Just remember, we've got that, like Dan mentioned, we've got our Discord channel, we've got our Facebook community. Put yourself out there, reach out to somebody, jump into the community, start talking to people. You're likely to find someone that you kind of click with, and maybe you'll find that trading buddy if you're looking for one. With that, Hogue, you want to close us out for the week?
Sure.
I got my quote.
Oh, sorry. Quote, Danny. Let's hear it.
JD.
I totally forgot about the
The
quote.
dancing bear strikes again. No. I found this one. It's an anonymous quote, but I think it goes really well to the topic we're talking about here. Where there's no accountability, there will also be no responsibility. I'll leave it at that. Now I'll give it to Hogue.
100%. All right, Hogue.
There's lots of places to find your trading buddy here at Top Step. There is the Discord. There is the Facebook group. There's group coaching. A lot of people asking questions. You have similar questions, reach out to them. Make Hogue Money, reach out to them during Make Hogue Money. There's lots of good places to kind of hear somebody speak without them knowing you're speaking, and then reach out to them and you know, see if there's a connection there. You certainly need that connection. So we are looking forward to your success. And so trade well, take it easy, be good to yourself, ask yourself everything is it in my best interest to take this trade right now? And then ask your trading buddy. We'll see you soon.